Hi everyone, today is Thursday, September 10, and I wanted to say greetings from the global economic north. And today's video is about, it's going to be titled Black Women's Health, and in particular the menstrual cycle. Now, I can't stand my menstrual cycle when it comes each month. I just isolate myself for at least 7 days. And I don't want anyone touching me. I don't want to be around anyone. And I just let my body go through what it's going through. But I've noticed that I'm actually, what's being passed through my birth canal is like these clumps of stuff that looks like liver. And actually, I don't eat liver anymore because it just grossed me out. And when I see anything related to like blood, like I could never be like a surgeon. And at one point I wanted to actually become a physician, but when I looked at sort of the curriculum itinerary, I'm not going to be indoctrinated for 10 years to learn how to write a script for a drug and do something, always make some connection to the pharmaceutical industry. Like, to me, that's not healthcare. So and plus the licensing body for the medical association, different medical associations, they don't allow you to work with just people who look like you unless you live in a community that is just with people predominantly, like, you know, maybe in some rural community in Africa, you know, then there's really nothing they can say about that. But I don't live there. I actually live in Canada. I spend a lot of time in Canada, and so they wouldn't allow that. So I was like, you know what, I'm not working on people who don't look like me. I just want to work on the black population, and that's it. So my menstrual cycle, I hate it. And I get these cramps, and I noticed that when I was a little bit younger and when I was a little bit more like athletic, I had some cramps when I was like maybe 15, but I found out that when I did more exercising, I wouldn't have any cramps and I wouldn't know when this thing was coming. So I don't do that much exercise anymore. It's not really vigorous. I actually don't exercise that much anymore, which is surprising because with my background, I was pretty fit. And but other things happen in life, and you have to deal with those things. But I just wanted to hear from black women, like, do you have like problems with your menstrual cycle? Because to me, like, I get these pains, but I take like one Advil, and it's a special kind where you can get it in just going into a store. But it's the fast relief, and I tell you, it works within at least 1 minute. It's working. So I get these really bad cramps, and I tell you, I have to just lay in my bed, you know, in the fetal position, and you know, I don't like to take their sort of the Western world's idea, just kind of take a drug or whatever. I don't like those things because my body is equipped to heal itself, and I can feel it doing that. So I just say, you know, let me just lie down, let me just deal with the pain, and let me go through it. But you know what, it is so painful sometimes that I can't. When I take an Advil, the pain goes away, and I don't like taking stuff like that. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts. Like, I can't stand this menstrual cycle thing, And I don't douche, I don't do anything like that. And you know, like I've read some things on the internet, like with some of these like white women talking about their health. And one thing that really kind of gets to me is that when you look at how they teach medicine in the Western world, everything ties back either to a white male or a white female. And I'm sorry, our bodies are not like theirs. First of all, you should see that with your eyes. And second, like, you see these people, like, they're the ones getting the diseases, they're the ones getting all the sicknesses. And then when they get older, they actually look really sick. So, you know, I'll just say sort of our composition is very different. And they don't have very much information about that. I found a couple people in the United States who were black. You know, they had black spouses. They weren't like this black person with their Becky, you know, and talking about black this, black that. Those kind of people, I don't want to deal with them. So, but I was reading some of their literature. But I just go based on how I understand my own body to work. And my body is pretty strong. So, I really hate this menstrual cycle thing, and I was thinking, you know, should I go get an operation so that they could just clean me out and just, I don't have to deal with this thing anymore, because I hate it. I really, really hate it. And, you know, I don't wear tampons, and the reason why I don't wear tampons is because first of all, I don't want the feeling of something in me that could actually contaminate my birth canal. And second, when you look at like these tampons, you have to be careful because you don't know where the materials are from, and then you can sometimes get like it's like pieces of cotton or pieces of that material. It can actually stay inside of you and rot inside of you and then cause like other problems. So I don't even use a tampon. I just try and let my body release what it needs to release. And so I use napkins, and the napkins that I use, it's the Always number 5 ones, and they're extra long, they're a little bit bigger, but I have to wear that for when I go through my cycle every month, because it's like there's like a day where I just get like a lot of blood, and then after that it just kind of goes down and then it stops. So I just wanted to hear back from other black women, like, what kind of things do you experience with your menstrual cycle? Like, do you get these cramps, and do you see like these, you know, the passing of these membranes, like they look like liver? And I've actually just mentioned it to my doctor. I have a black male doctor, and you know, he said you're fine, it's just your body is just, you know, expelling what it needs to expel during that time. But you know, he took some tests to make sure everything was okay, and everything came back fine. So I don't know, I just read some of the literature on the internet, and of course it's written by people who are not like me. And it's kind of gross when you read some of this stuff, like they're predominantly white females, and I'm like, that's pretty gross, man. Like, something is very different with your body. And I just got grossed out, and I stopped reading their websites. But you know, they'll have like Black Women's Health or Holistic Health, and then when you read it, it's like someone just copied and pasted stuff. So I just wanted to hear directly from black women, like, what kinds of things do you experience when you have your menstrual cycle? And for me, I find it really gross. I can't stand the sight of blood, and I don't have any smells or anything like that. I don't douche, and maybe, what is it, like twice a month, and I'm very, very leery of the acid, especially in vinegar. But I put a little bit of vinegar in the water, and I just sit there and, you know, just in my bath water. I usually take showers, but I just do that like maybe twice a month, And I've been fine. I've never had a venereal disease. I've never had any like the growths of, like, I don't know, these things. And I can't stand it. I hate it. I don't want anyone touching me, and I actually tell people to leave me alone. Leave me alone for a week. So I just wanted to hear what you had to say about that. Like, how did you learn about it? I never really had the opportunity to have a parent sit down and speak with me about, body changes, because my parents were always out, even after they divorced, my parent was always out working, trying to just provide us with a very good life. So I'm not going to blame my parent, and they never taught us in school about, like, the female body and the male body and changes that happens and stuff. So I just kind of learned this stuff on my own. But I just wanted to hear what Black women have to say about their menstrual cycle. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And if there was a procedure out there, I would look into it. I don't know if I would get it done, but I would look into it to just cut whatever is out of me, reconfigure stuff. It sounds not very good, but I can't stand my menstrual cycle. So there's nothing beautiful about it.